Here is your full, long, emotional story written exactly in the style you use for your YouTube channel. Deep, engaging, hook-based, smooth-paced, and powerful enough to hold viewers for a 40-minute video. No headings, no breaks, just continuous storytelling. Please, sir, mommy hasn't eaten in 2 days. Can you share, even expired bread? The tiny voice cracked in the cold air just as the single dad CEO pushed the door of the small grocery store open. That one sentence, that one trembling voice, stopped him like an invisible hand gripping his soul. And if you're watching this right now, stay till the end, because what happens between this boy, his mother, and the CEO, might change how you see kindness forever. And if you feel even a little touched, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more stories that warm the heart. Ethan Hale, the CEO known for his strict rules and colder-than-winter personality, had rushed in to buy a quick sandwich after dropping his 7-year-old daughter at school. His life as a single father was already hard enough, balancing billion-dollar meetings with bedtime stories, but he managed. Or at least he thought he did. But nothing could have prepared him for the sight in front of him. A small boy, maybe 8, wearing a jacket too thin for the winter, holding a half-wrapped piece of clearly expired bread in his shaking hands. His big brown eyes were full of something that shattered Ethan, the kind of desperation a child should never know. And next to him, standing quietly with her head lowered, was a young woman, thin, pale, and holding her stomach as if trying to hide her hunger from her own child. "I told you not to ask strangers," the mother whispered, her voice breaking as she gently tugged her son back. "Mommy will find something, somehow." But the boy shook his head. "No, Mommy. You didn't eat. I heard your stomach last night, you didn't eat anything. I know." That was the moment Ethan felt something twist painfully inside him. Memories he had buried deep, the nights he himself had gone hungry so his daughter could eat after his wife passed away. The fear, the guilt, the loneliness, he saw all of that reflected in this child's eyes. "Hey," Ethan said softly, kneeling down. "Why are you asking for expired bread?" The boy swallowed hard. "'Cause it's cheaper. And the bakery man throws them away anyway. We don't want to steal, Mommy says never to steal." Ethan looked up at the mother, whose cheeks reddened with shame. But she lifted her chin, dignity still intact despite everything. "We're fine," she whispered. We'll manage." But the way she slightly swayed said otherwise. "Please let me help," Ethan said. "No," she shook her head. "People always think we want pity. We don't. I just lost my job, and I'm looking for another. We'll be okay." "Mommy," the boy whispered, tugging her sleeve. "Please." Something in her finally broke, and tears escaped despite her trying to blink them away. Ethan stood, took a deep breath, and walked straight to the counter. He didn't buy bread. He bought the entire shelf. Fresh loaves, milk, eggs, soup cans, fruits, even warm bakery muffins wrapped in cozy paper. The clerk's eyes widened. "Sir, this is all of it," Ethan repeated, voice firm. The mother's hand flew to her mouth. "No, you can't, this is too much." "It's not," Ethan replied gently. "Not for a mother who starves so her child can eat." The boy stared up at him with tears shining like tiny stars. "Thank you." But the story didn't end there. When Ethan escorted them outside with the bags, the mother's legs suddenly wobbled. Ethan caught her just before she fell. Hunger, exhaustion, cold, it all crashed down at once. "We're going to a doctor," Ethan said immediately. "No, we can't afford. You don't need to." After a quick checkup, the doctor confirmed exactly what Ethan feared: she hadn't fainted from illness. It was pure starvation. A mother giving every last crumb to her child. The boy clung to her hand, crying softly. "Mommy, you should have eaten, I could have waited." "No," she whispered weakly, brushing his cheek. "A mother always feeds her child first." Ethan felt something heavy settle in his chest. He thought about his own daughter, how he worked day and night to give her a future. And here was another mother doing everything she could, yet still falling short because the world had been unkind. When they returned to her small, dim apartment, barely furnished, barely warm, Ethan understood everything. She had been a schoolteacher. Worked 2 jobs. But when the school shut down and her part-time job reduced hours, she fell behind on rent. The landlord threatened eviction. She sold her belongings piece by piece just to keep her son fed. "You should have told someone," Ethan said, trying not to let anger at the world show in his voice. Who? She whispered. People stop answering when you're poor. They think poverty is contagious. And that sentence, those quiet, broken words, moved Ethan in a way he couldn't explain. Over the next hour, he helped stock her fridge, cleaned the small kitchen, even repaired a loose cabinet door. The boy followed him like a shadow, admiring every simple act. When they finally sat down, the boy looked at him seriously. "Sir, are you an angel?" Ethan forced a smile. "No, buddy. Just a dad." "Me too," the boy whispered proudly. "I take care of mommy." Ethan's heart squeezed. A child trying to be a man too soon. "Listen," Ethan said softly, turning to the mother. "I own a company. We're hiring. And you're a teacher, right? We need someone in our community program, someone who cares about children, someone like you." Her eyes widened. "You'd hire me? Just like that?" "No," Ethan said gently. "Not because I pity you. But because you're strong. Any mother who sacrifices like you deserves a chance." Her tears fell again, but this time, they were different. The boy jumped forward and hugged Ethan tightly, surprising him. "You saved my mommy." Ethan hugged him back. "No, she saved you all this time. I'm just helping her rest." Ethan helped them move to a better apartment, got the mother a stable salary, and enrolled the boy in a good school. His daughter became best friends with the boy, and slowly, something even more unexpected blossomed between Ethan and the mother, a quiet friendship built on gratitude, respect, and shared struggles. Months later, on a bright morning, the boy tugged Ethan's sleeve again. "Sir." "Yes. Now that mommy has a job, and she smiles more, and we eat every day, can I call you something?"